Hey guys, welcome back to the Self Made Spotlight Trainer Edition, where we highlight the powerhouse trainers here at Self Made today with Chandler. Chandler and I have been really good friends for what is it now, like 6 years?
7 years.
6, 7 years. Besides being a really good friend of mine, Chandler and I have worked side by side together, ran boot camps together. What I want to talk about with Chandler today is going to be a little bit different than the other trainers. Chandler has an experience here that others don't. Some people come into the fitness space and then they leave. Others come back. Chandler left to do construction for a while, thinking to realize that was not for him. So first, we're going to start with his background, and then we'll get into the why you came back. So Chandler, tell us first, when you first decided to become a trainer, what were the steps, and then why did you come to Self Made the first time?
So the first steps of me becoming a trainer was actually when I was in college playing football, and then I sustained an injury that ended my career right there. And so through that, I kind of had no direction, no path of where I wanted to go for my future. And at that point, my dad brought me back into the gym, and I found my passion for love and fitness at that point. So then I was like, okay, if I can change myself, my own way of getting myself out of the depression state I was in, then I can do that for others. And so then I went through the massive program, and through there, it was just took off.
And then you were you first to EOS, right?
Yeah, first at EOS, I started as an entry-level trainer. I stayed there for about 4 years. And then through there, I went to fitness manager and then back down to personal trainer at that point.
How long were you a personal trainer there before you came back here, or before you came here the first time?
The first time, so I was a trainer at EOS for 4 years.
4 years total.
Yeah.
And during that time, what were some of the things that you didn't like about working at a corporate location?
That it was pretty much micromanaged, and then also the pay was not as much as what I thought I should have been getting.
You capped out.
Yeah, I capped out because I was a top trainer there, top performer year after year, and I was barely making ends meet at that point.
Because I remember I also was at EOS too. I was at Gold, and then it turned into EOS. And we would charge, it was like $45 for a half-hour session.
Yeah.
And then, you train like 2-3 people at a time for an hour. So the gym's making $120 or so.
And you're making 20.
And you're making 20.
Yeah.
I had my degree in exercise science. They gave me a whole $1 raise. So that was nice. That was big bucks at 21.
Yeah.
And then it was just, you had to finagle the system all the time. It was nice that they generated clients for you.
Right.
But when they take 70% of your income,
yeah, that's
it's like
a big slap in the face.
Yeah, no advertising company should take 70%. No. Not even the guys doing your podcast. But so you're a trainer, fitness manager, trainer again, decided to come to Self Made. What was like the turning point in your training career? Were you just too full or just needed more income? Like what caused you to come to Self Made?
So it was at that point I was too full, and then I was also getting paid way under the table of what I thought I should be getting. And then all my clients at that point were like, well, Chan, you should be doing something of your own nature. Go do your own thing. And I was like, at the time, when you first get introduced this idea, it's more like, oh, like, can I actually do this? Like, holy shit. Like,
right, can
I do this? And as we've all heard, that when you have to question, is this the right time to jump in? That's when you jump in.
And it's nice to have clients that support you like that.
Right, exactly.
I remember when I left and I went from training at EOS to coming to Self Made, I had one client that was a deciding factor. He was paying like $680 a month because he would pay for 2 30-minute sessions back to back, so he'd lock out an hour. Right. He'd do that 2 to 3 times a week. And I was like, he goes, man, how much are you getting paid? And he's like, man, you're getting like $200 a month from that $680. He goes, that sucks. I was like, hell yeah, it sucks. That's horrible. Yeah. And then I said, how about this, dude? I'm considering leaving. I'm going to go to Self Made. Back then, our rent was $500 a month.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah, right. A little more now. Hey, we're like 10 times bigger than we were back then.
Yeah, granted, yeah.
Yeah, back then we were 3,500 square feet. Now we're almost 35,000. So.
Yeah, literally.
But I told him, I said, hey, what if you train 3 hours a week, just like you are, but I charge you $500? And he goes, wait, I get to save $180 a month and I get to train the same amount? I was like, yeah, sweet. So he was my rent check. So I had that one client that needed to like kick me in the butt to get out of where I was. Right. And it's nice to have clientele like that supports you. So as far as your like passion for fitness, football history, knee injury that knocked you out, felt depressed and you wanted to take back control, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
So what is your philosophy now with your own clients? How you went through that struggle, and what is your philosophy now on training, and how do you deliver that philosophy to your clientele?
My own philosophy with it is, as long as you keep showing up for yourself and you actually put your best foot forward, get better at each and every session that you come in, whether it be physically, emotionally, just any kind of spectrum for that matter, then you know what, you will become a better version of yourself regardless.
True.
Right. And so, but also relying on your coach as well to be your number one supporter throughout.
Right. It's mutual accountability, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's why I tell my clients I have an open text policy, email policy. I said, the more you bug me, the more I think you care. So then the more that I'm going to care about you, right?
Right.
And so the clients that, they sign up for one time a week, skip their check-ins, don't send you their weigh-ins, measurements, no questions about food.
Right.
Those are the clients that usually fall off and fail because we're only going to chase them so much, right? Because we can't care more than they do.
Right.
One part that I found about training too is that that people usually come to you in the same state as to why you became a trainer, right? You became a trainer because you were in a low part, right? And you wanted to better yourself, and then that translates to you wanting to help others.
Right.
Most of my clients, and probably your clients as well, came from a place where, mom wasn't able to help no more, dad's not helping them, husband, wife, son, daughter, they're looking for someone to not give up.
Right.
And that's where I come up with my philosophy of personal trainer. The words in order matter. You take care of the person first, and the training will come through after, right? So with your clientele and how they've supported you and how you support them, what does the next 3 to 6 months of your business look like as far as your growth?
So as far as for my growth, I'm anticipating possibly hiring my own team of trainers.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, so that's my goal, is to maintain all the clients I currently do have, and while feeding new trainers, new clientele, and coaching them how I feel the philosophy of training should be too.
Right.
And that cohedes to also the guidelines of the gym and being respectful. So with that, then eventually just keep the business growing that way.
Right. A systematic approach to basically coach someone up to be like a mini Chandler, right? And use your philosophy with their personality to service the community better. Awesome.
But also keep an open mindset too, that I don't have all the best and top number ones of hey, this should be done like this, this, and this, because different ideas breed different great ideas, right?
Right, brainstorming.
Right, brainstorming, right? Because, you could have a way better idea at doing X than I do.
Right,
and we come together and we collab, and then we make it that much better.
So word collab is perfect for what I was going to ask next. So you decided to come to Self Made to collab your business and intertwine it with us here.
Right.
So what are some of the things that Self Made offers that you find value in as to why you're here and not somewhere else out there?
Number one, just the community itself, and just the welcomingness that I felt when I first came here, and open door policy that Miguel had and Julia now carries on with her. So that's what I found. And because coming back, I had some hesitations, and then talking to my mentors, you're one of them, Julie's one of them. Through all that, you guys have given me a lot of information, a lot of helpful tips to give me that confidence to just blow this thing out of the water.
Right. And you've done immensely well in the last year. I know times got tough in this last year and a half where after Miguel's incident, no one knew what was going to happen. And Chandler was one of those guys that was every week checking in because he was ready to come back and ready to start his business because he believed in being self-made. So we do appreciate all that and all the times you've helped me with our community events and everything. So Self Made does thank you. But to get back to you, to help you build your business better, as you look at your clientele right now and your, what we'd say, a niche market, who do you serve best in the community?
That's kind of a hard question because if you look at my current client list, I kind of help the stay-at-home moms. I help with those with already established career, those busy individuals. I help first responders. I kind of help people.
Wide array of
demographics.
demographics.
Yeah, very, very wide. Being in the fitness space for the past 12 years now, 12 years, damn.
Yeah, bro, watch out.
I feel old now.
Yeah, no, I want to put a hat on for my hairline don't come down too much, you
Why do
know?
you think wearing my hat? No, but being in this fitness space now for 12 years, I don't want to turn people away because it doesn't fit my niche.
True.
Right? Because I have an obligation as a fitness enthusiast, a professional, to help as many people as I can.
Right, you have a big heart. You
Right.
care about people. And you can see that through your attention to detail with your clients and everything.
Yeah.
Besides the community aspect that you have built with your clientele, but with what we have here at Self Made, what is something that we offer here besides community that other gyms don't offer that would anyone who's listening who's a potential trainer would like to know, like, what separates Self Made from everyone else?
I'd say the tools and systems that you guys have set in place. You know, and everyone else has tried to mimic these tools or systems, and to be honest with you, it's not as top notch as ours.
No.
Right?
100% right.
Yeah. So
That was a good answer, and that wasn't a sales technique either. He didn't know that question was coming. But we're gonna go one more point on the leaving and coming back. At the time, I'm gonna give you a story with Coach Shu here, who was here earlier. He stayed at Self Made because he came to Miguel's office with his key, and he wasn't making enough money. And he and his wife put their keys down and were like, we just can't afford it. We just can't pay. Self-made's expensive. And Miguel was like, well, wait a second. And he worked with them, payment plan, discount, and Miguel would have done, like you said, open door policy, anything to help you succeed.
Right.
And that's something that, like Julie, myself, and the other staff here are really trying to help trainers grow. That's why we're doing this podcast and everything. But the legacy of Miguel was to persevere, right?
Right.
His famous words of procrastination is death.
right.
So what is something about Miguel or the philosophies that he's instilled in you that has really helped grow your business? What's the, like, a key thing that you will always remember Miguel by?
Just he would always tell me, why not do it, dude? Like, if you have an idea, you have a thought, like, why not just go and do it?
Right.
Like, why not fucking do
It's like
it?
a Nike commercial.
Like, you know
Just
what?
do
Like,
it.
you know, he would always say, like, oh, people who don't have enough time to go do X, Y, and Z. I've found myself in that situation of like, oh, I can't do this because of this. I can't because of that. I can't because of
Making
this.
excuses.
Yeah. And now that fact that, you know, I became no matter what kind of person, like cut out my bullshit in a way. Now I'm actually hitting the full throttle and actually exhausting all resources and actually going full tilt.
Right. Getting out of your own way and allowing yourself to grow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Chandler, thanks for coming in. Where's the best place for either potential clients to find you, or if other traders out there wanted to pick your brain about coming here to Self Made? Is it social media, email? What's the best way to reach you?
Social media is going to be _Chandler Ryan _ and then email is going to be c.ryansurette@gmail.com.
Perfect, man. Well, look forward to your continued growth end of 2025 and in 2026.
Thank you, sir.